Okay, questions like this, they are called quadratic inequality. Inequality because you have this Chomper notation. So this equation is greater than 0. If you want to understand what's going on, maybe we want to understand the equation of it. So remember, use to factor. And then the purpose of factoring is really to get the x value that makes the whole thing 0. So we used to get x values, and we call them roots or zeros or x-intercepts. So I graphed it for you. As you can see, positive 8 and negative 1 are the values. Now, if you look at the x-axis, you can actually break it up into regions. So what I mean is when you have this x-axis, zeros are at negative 1 and at 8. Zeros meaning the x-intercepts. Now, it's got like zone number 1, so that's to the left of negative 1, and I'm just going to put a open circle here, and then zone number 2, and that's the middle, and I'm going to put another open circle, and then I'm going to explain the reason in a sec, and then that's zone number 3, and then it's going to the infinity, okay? The reason why I put a dot or the open circle is because at the beginning we had an inequality like this. So it's actually opening towards one side, and what that means is this is equivalent to an open circle. Okay, it's up to but not including. If you happen to have a question with the bar underneath, then that means we're gonna go up to and including that number. So that's the closed notation for it. So anyways, consider these to be like multiples of numbers. So negative 1, 2, 4, 5, all the negative numbers. These are any numbers in between, and these are numbers that are greater than 8. Okay, so we're gonna test each zone. So negative 1 and 8, they kind of give you those critical points. Choose easy numbers. So for this, anything that is smaller than negative 1. So let's choose negative 2. So test negative 2. And then I am testing against the original equation. So I'm going to plug in negative 2 and then put that into the x value. And then the question is that indeed greater than 0? So that's 4 plus 14 minus 8, and that's 10. So yes, 10 is greater than 0. So I am getting the true statement, so I'm going to put a check mark. Okay, so let's test zone number 2. So easy number for that could be 0. I like 0. 0 is just going to wipe out everything. So 0 squared minus 7 times 0 minus 8, wipe, and negative 8, is that indeed greater than 0? No. So that is false. So zone number 2 is not working out. Zone number 3, let's test 10, because that's another easy number. So right there, any number that's greater than 8 is our test number. So test number 10. So 10 squared minus 7 times 10 minus 8, that's 100 minus 70 minus 8, so that's 22. Is that indeed greater than 0? Just like the question here. Yes, that is true. So therefore, I'm going to say, yes, this is my answer. So just to summarize, you have to say my x values are less than negative 1 and then greater than 8. So those are your two regions. So this is true, but do not include negative 1. And this is also true, but do not include positive 8.